People really start to struggle when you start glowing up. I ain't trash, nigga, you trash. Come on, let's go. KD. Yeah. God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. You had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head, yeah. God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. Yeah, you had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head.
Ay, she went insane when she heard my name. Yeah, I can't tame her, it's my conscious face. Yeah, the same grade, just in different shades. Yeah, the same game, just a different play. Ay, gorilla gang, I'm a different breed. Yeah, a king's way brought it to a knees. I'm just saying this ain't new to me. Yeah, things change, I say true to me. Yeah, with daddy money, you bust down that DG. Stay ghost up so dumb niggas can't reach me. Just touch down, I'll feed the nigga like EE. We stay nice till some nigga mistreats me. Hey, I get high then stay low. My pants hot, my wrist cold. Old girl, she a real baddie, but still ain't my bitch though. Cook it up then lay it down. Now watch how I switch flow. Say global, we in the cut. Now watch how this shit goes. Hey,
God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. You had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head, yeah. God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. Yeah, you had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head.
hey, what you want? Let me know. I'ma throw you bone and watch you go. You didn't even believe in this shit. You tried it once and then you choke. Cause y'all say sleeping, I say woke. Making raps while y'all still broke. Sipping on that Henny Coke. Y'all laughing, I ain't telling jokes. That's real talking, that time that's ticking, that's real clock. You heard that clipping, that's real clock. Your life is slipping, that's real shock. My wrist stay dripping, that's real watch. My crew stay whipping, that's real mock. My clothes stay dripping, that's real swatch. If you ain't good, if you can still watch, that's real talk, my nigga.
God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. You had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head, yeah. God bless me, I don't fuck around. Ay, this royal blood, this is sacred ground. Yeah, you had your chance, now it's come to an end. Cause I heard what you said, so it's all with your head, yeah.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Oh, we got the fucking
bacon
Oscars
is
tonight?
sizzling.
Fuck the Oscars.
Welcome
Fuck that
to the
bullshit.
Daily Swole.
I bet they're all eating salad anyway. Haha, fuckers. Testing. Test, testing, testicles, testicles. Oh. Welcome everyone to episode 1374 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy Papa Swolio, and we are back with another Ask Papa Swolio Live Sunday Funday Q&A-ness extravaganza. So now, we got where's the trimmings? Over here. I changed the little logo up here so people know it's like an Ask Papa Swolio Live, but it's still, where is it? I'm trying to get the angle. The Daily Swole, 1374 every fucking day. So if you're brand new to the Swole channel, if you've never seen the Daily Swole podcast, how many of you are subscribed to the Daily Swole channel? How many of you are getting your ear holes and your eye holes fucked every single day? How many of you? You could drop that. You could drop that down below. So this is your chance. This is your chance to ask any question you want. Kashina asks, who really cares about the Oscars? And my answer is fucking no one. Who gives a shit? The people that are in the movies and the people that are paying, that are shelling out that money. So that wasn't really a question, but any question goes. Any question that I answer, any question that I see, we can have a nice conversation today. So this is your opportunity, and we do this every single week. And the last week or so, we've been doing it here on the Swolenormous channel, just to spread the love and to let more people know that the podcast does go down, because I say sensitive things that YouTube doesn't like to share with people. People don't like the fucking truth. You know, everyone's trying to pat everyone's taint. Don't hurt someone's feelings. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't be mean. Be nice. Be nice, everyone. Don't tell people the truth. Be nice to them. Make sure they feel good. Make sure they feel good about themselves. Okay? Don't give people advice that really help them. Okay? Let them eat. Let them eat, right? Let them eat everything that they want. Everything. So a couple announcements at the beginning. You could drop your questions. I'm going to go through and I'll see if I miss some of your questions because the chat goes fast. If you ask a question, I will try to get to them as soon as I can. And if I don't get to it and I have to move on or I scroll ahead, just ask again. I'm not skipping questions on purpose unless you're trolling and asking dumb shit. But I will value and try to get to as many questions as possible. Reminder, fam, tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, accountability meeting. I didn't post the event yet, slacking on that, but tomorrow, 12 noon, just like we do every single week. So if you want to get access to that, you have to be part of the SwoleFam because I'm not going to be streaming live, not going to be here, not going to be on the Daily Swole channel. It's a priority access episode, and you can learn more about that at swolenormousx.com. So fam, we will be streaming live in the private group, and we'll talk about the new releases. We'll talk about the wins, losses from the last week, what we're working on this week, and answering any questions privately for all of you tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. So it's going to be a rager. I will see you all of you there. And if you want to download the 7 Pillar series, if you're brand new to everything and you want to kind of get fast tracked and learn what we're all about, check it out. It's at the top, the announcements on swolenormousx.com. So it's right there at the top, and you can see 7 Pillars series, and you could download your audio, your Beyond 7 Pillars ebook, and get the beautifully crafted 7 Pillars, and you can put them on your phone. You can put them as your background. You can print them out. You can just scroll through them, scroll through them as a reminder on the daily. Hey, what's up, Liz? Welcome to the SwoleFam. Welcome. Welcome to the SwoleFam. Everyone say welcome, Liz. Hi, Liz. Hello. Yow. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Daily Swole. Ask Papa Swolio special. Ask Papa Swolio special. So let me scroll back up, see if I get a couple. All right, here we go. Muscle Guru or Mukul? Mukul Guru. Mukul. You forgot an S there, bruh. How do I gain muscle as a hard gainer? I've been lifting for a while. I'm asking more for diet advice, keeping health in mind, as well as gaining weight. You got to eat more. It's okay to do an elimination diet. Anyway, even if you want to bulk, it's fine to do an elimination. You're just going to have to eat more. You have to eat more. If you're not gaining, you're just not eating enough. You're either not training hard enough too. You've been lifting a while. I don't know what you're doing. So that's a vague question with a simple answer. So it might not give you that much help, but chances you're not eating enough. If you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough. But your training has to be on point and your nutrition needs to be good. You need to be eating the right things. If you're eating shit calories, you're not going to be getting the nutrients and you're going to be struggling. You don't want to put on fat just because you're just pounding tons of processed sugar and stuff. People bulk dirty. Monkey Boy, is there a definitive way to tell what's loose skin and what's just fat? Yeah, pinch it. Like subcutaneous, I mean, you're talking about subcutaneous fat. When you do calipers, you pinch, there's always some fat there. You're getting, that's subcutaneous is under the skin. There's fat everywhere in your body pretty much. So when you squeeze it, you're getting some fat, but that's why you do the calipers, and it pinches and it kind of generally measures and approximates the skin thickness and how much fat's being pinched between the calipers. So loose skin, you can fucking tell. Loose skin just hangs off. If it's loose, it's going to be just extra. I mean, what's just fat? If you're losing weight fast, you're not really asking that question. If you lost a lot of weight and you have a lot of extra things just hanging there, you can tell fat's being stored. Fat's going to be a lot more taut. But when you gain a lot of fat, when you gain a lot of weight, it does stretch the skin out. So you could blur the lines a little bit, but you can't really retract loose skin after you gain a lot of weight. And that's where a lot of people struggle, is after they lose a lot of weight, then all of a sudden it's, surgery time, or you have to go get a professional medical opinion if you can. Some people get a little bit of reprieve from, rubbing creams and stuff, but it's not magic. Your body creates more skin to get around the fat that you've gained in a short period of time. So anyone else has stuff to add about loose skin, that's really individual, but you're not going to shrink loose skin by losing weight. Do you ever accidentally eat your beard? Yep, I do, especially when it gets long like this. Absolutely. I'll put a cup in my mouth. I'm like, I've gotten, when I floss, sometimes I've pushed a beard hair inside. I'm like, Gets caught in my fucking teeth. That sucks. Yeah, get it. Get your 7 pillars, Bishas. Get your 7 pillars. What do I think about the glute bridge as a way of building posterior chain? Sure. I love glute bridges, hip bridges. There's so many different ways to do it. I love them. Why not? What do I think? I think it's fucking great. Oh, thanks, Gwendol. I'm glad you liked it. Remember, if you want to download your audio and you want to download the pillars and the ebook, it's right on swolenormousx.com. Ooh. Just got hardcore, like one of those like high pitch. So I made it super simple. You just go to swolenormousx.com. It's right there on the top. Persian King. What would be the best method to lose fat as fast as possible while maintaining muscle? Got a couple things wrong going already. Upping protein resistance training. Don't ignore the fast as possible. Everyone likes things as fast as possible. Everyone wants deliveries as fast as possible. That's the fundamental starting point. That's rocky for you. If you're worried about speed, you're not in this for the right reasons. You're not going to be making good decisions. If you're trying to rush your health, you're not going to make the optimal decisions. If you're trying to go for the short term, like how fast can I get it? You're not going to make logical long-term decisions that are really going to benefit you the most overall. So losing fat is going to require you to be training for your body to need to tap into extra body tissue, like your fat energy stores that your body no longer needs because your needs are being met with your consumption, and your expenditure requires extra energy that your body does not get from your mouth hole. So forget the fast as possible and make subtle changes. Make subtle, small changes. If you're upping your protein and you're decreasing your carbs a little bit, do it a little bit. Don't just fucking drop carbs. People do that kind of stuff all the time. I'm going to go keto. They go from just eating everything in the world to just fucking no carbs. And then you have those hardcore rebounds because you do build addictive properties in the body and habits. So slower transitions are better for long term, but everyone wants things fast. So everyone's trying to quickly lose weight, and you end up losing a lot of muscle too. So if you're eating 3,000 calories a day and you're maintaining, you're bulking hard, and you're like, I'm going to get shredded, and you just eat 1,500, you're going to just go, you're going to drop a lot of muscle. Got to be careful. Eating enough protein and training hard. If you're training and you're eating sufficient protein, your body is going to maintain as best as it can. You're going to lose some strength. You're going to lose some size. But of course, when you're cutting carbs, you're going to lose some water. It's just the way it goes. The reason why people online or bodybuilders look shredded and pumped is because they're taking juice. If you're absolutely shredded to the bone and full and pumped, you're taking shit. You're not getting like that naturally. You really aren't. Anytime you get super shredded, you're going to get flat. You're going to be soft. You're going to be skinny. You're going to look more emaciated. Your body is not designed to be huge, muscular, and super shredded. That's why you have to artificially do those things, because your body, it's not what's normal for your body. If you have very low body fat, your body thinks, holy shit, we're starving. We might die. That's why it's really hard naturally. And that's why it's not really safe or healthy to be super shredded naturally. It's not a real good goal. That's the problem with the fitness industry and all that bullshit. It's not supposed to, that shouldn't be the goal, to be absolutely as shredded as possible. It's not the optimal health. We think it looks good. Sure, okay, fine, it looks good. That's subjective, and that goes from culture to culture, and that transitions over time. What we thought looked good in the 60s doesn't look good today, and vice versa. And then it becomes vintage, and then it becomes classic, and then it comes back around, and then certain styles return, and they, the ebb and flow. So subjective doesn't matter. Let's talk about health. Being absolutely shredded to the bone, having no water, having no fat. It's not like ideal. You can be very lean. Like I'm lean, but I have no desire to be super dry and shredded. I like that balance. I like that balance of having muscle tone. I don't have to be the biggest person. I no longer like to carry a ton of muscle. I'm fine with where I am right now. It's something that you need to be consistent with. The more consistent you can be, the better long term. And then you can adjust, small micro adjustments. If you make a lot of adjustments with your body, just do it slowly, because your body needs a chance to adapt. I'm going to scroll down, so I might miss a couple questions. So let's see here. What kind of jobs can I get with a degree in exercise science? I'm currently in college for psychology, but I'm trying to see if there are ways I can mix the two. I mean, mixing the two. What do you want to do? That's why college can be a huge problem, because you are studying things before you know what you want to study. You should dabble, but I think people should dabble and then go to college if they have to. I think college is done way too early, because you don't know. You spend 3 or 4 years fucking around, then you end up, I need to pick a major. Okay, and then you pick something, and then you get out of it, you're in debt 150 grand. You realize, oh shit, I'm not really interested in that. So you should be dabbling and interning and trying different things before you go to college. That way, if you're going to college, you're actually going for a right reason. You're actually getting something that you need for what you want to do. What kind of jobs can you get with a degree in exercise science? To be honest, you could be a personal trainer. You're not going to be able to do too much with that. Maybe a strength coach, but then you're usually going to have to get a master's or get that level up. So it depends on where you want to go with it. Exercise science is a very, very much so an expensive personal training degree. If it's not applied properly. So if you get a degree in exercise science, and things might have changed a little bit, I doubt it, but you can go and be an exercise physiologist. You can go and get your master's if you want to do physical education, if you want to take it to nursing. So it's a science degree. You can always go to a master's or higher education, but is that something that you want to do? You're going to start going down a graduate degree path, and you still don't know what you want to do. So you can mix anything you want. Honestly, training and doing physical fitness and doing this and being in this industry, it's more psychology than training. It's more psychology than the physical. The physical stuff is commoditized. If you're trying to figure out how to do a bench press, like how about this? How many of you inside Swolenormous X, what we do here, if you want to figure out how to do it, like what's the best form for a bench press? Google it. Go and fucking Google how to do a bench press. In Swolenormous X, we have that. We have the instructional video archive, all that stuff. But how to do the exercises, that's very commoditized. So many people, there's a lot of different ways in which you can do an exercise. And there are a lot of different modifications and customizations. It's more important to understand how to customize those for you. But a lot of people are so focused on the technical stuff, and they're not focused on the things that are actually going to get them results, like consistency, patience, how to properly eat, nutrition, but the right fuel, not just macro counting and measuring shit. Everyone's focused on the weird, superficial, surface layer stuff. No one's going deep enough. But we go deep, don't we, fam? Yeah, we go fucking deep. Yow. We go fucking deep.
Yow.
Deep. So if you look at, if we remember and recall, of course, most of you do recall, if we go into pillar number 1, community, whoa, hey, zoomed in like a muh. So this pillar 1, community, let's go into nutrition. So a lot of people aren't focusing on nutrition in terms of quality. They're focusing on quantity only. What's my macros? What's my ratio? How many calories am I consuming? All well and good, but not at the expense of the quality of the food. If you're eating shit food, who cares how many calories you're eating? You're eating shit food for your body. So it just makes sense to approach this, and you can layer this in any way that you want. So the 7 pillars go under what you want to study. The 7 pillars go under what program you want to do, whether or not you're in Swolenormous X or not. Like it goes below all of it, because if you are starting with the right mindset and the right approach, you're going to make better decisions. A lot of it is just patience and thinking and making sure that you're locked in for the long term, not trying to lose. How much muscle can I build in 3 months? Fam, 3 months ago, it was before the holidays. Like, time flies. 3 months is nothing. Drop in the fucking bucket. 3 months is nothing. So you're trying to get all the results in the world in 3 months. What the fuck does 3 months have to do with anything? It's going to disappear completely. Super fucking fast. Super fast. Let's see here. I've got my master's in public health, and Papa Swolio is the only person in fitness talk on the internet that actually sounds like he knows about health. Because a lot of times the stuff that we focus on in terms of health, it's not the stuff that's really helping people. Like, what are we trying to do here? What is the fitness industry trying to do? Most people in the fitness industry are just trying to sell a product. And when I say a product, I'm talking about supplements. They're trying to sell their grips. They're trying to sell their devices. It's a huge industry because the fitness industry, unfortunately, marketing aspects of it have successfully distracted people away from what it actually should be. It's not about health. It's not really about getting in good shape for your health. It's about looking a certain way, or, hey, if you want to look like this, take this. and you think you're taking that, you're going to get to that person's level. None of that's happening unless you have the pillars. None of that's happening unless you're training super fucking hard. You will never look like one of those people at the expos unless you're training super fucking hard, probably taking drugs, eating, and like your whole life revolves around fitness. People think that they're going to put in 50% effort, train 3 or 4 days a week and get fantastic results. And yeah, relative to not training at all, but there's going to be a period where either you're going to invest your life in it and that's going to be your thing, or okay, your results are kind of peak out eventually. They're just going to peter off because you're not putting in that required effort. We underestimate the effort in the industry. People in general underestimate the effort and the work that is required. I don't care what you take, supplement or not. I don't care if you take anabolics or not. You are investing ungodly amounts of time, and that's your priority. That's your priority. Well, the average person doesn't have a lot of time. The average person thinks that it's easy. I don't know. We have this thing where we act like it's easy and we make it seem like it's easy. Oh, take this, get better pumps, take this, have more energy, take this. Oh, just, should I work out in the morning or the evening? Should I eat before I do cardio? How much cardio should I do? It's like, these are things you find out by doing it. Most people are asking questions, thinking like everyone else has the answer. You figure it out. The first year that I started really, I'm like, I'm going to get huge. In college, my first year, freshman year, I was doing cardio every freaking morning and I was in the gym for a couple hours doing tons of shit. And I was running all the time and I was eating salads and chicken breasts and I got really fucking skinny and ripped and I was just very, very skinny. I looked shredded, but fucking skinny. I'm like, well, this doesn't work. So I read everything I get my fucking hands on, everything about what pro bodybuilders ate, not the drugs, but what they ate, how they trained, how frequency, how many calories, and I fucking did it. And I started blowing up because I did it. You did it. You'll realize that, oh, running around like, hey, I want to get in shape. I want to get abs. Let me go for a run. Hey, they can do shit. It's not going to do fucking shit. Really. Chances are you shouldn't run because your posture is shit and you're going to fuck up your ankles and your knees because you haven't been activating your glutes. You've been sitting around a lot and all of a sudden you're going to go pound heel to toe and send shockwaves up your fucking body all night. It's terrible. It's terrible. Most people are just doing everything wrong. That's pillar number 3, training. Ooh, my night shift went off. Too fucking bright. How's it go back on? Oh, thank God. I hate blue light. Only when it's nice. I like going outside for blue light. I'm like, blue light fucking my eyes. Fucking my eye holes. That's a good question or a good comment. Does anyone else fight the urge to help and or correct people at the gym? I feel so bad for them wasting their energy and risking injury. I don't fight the urge anymore. I just focus on my own shit. Now, the thing is with helping people in the gym, if you're a trainer on staff, that should be something that you're walking around, hey, guiding people. But people get very defensive. Everyone always acts like they know what they're talking about and what they're doing. I've helped people. I've gone up there very, 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 very infrequently. Is it received well or do they actually listen? I've literally gone up to people that legit were going to break something and they were doing something that the shit that I've seen in the gym is sometimes I don't know how they even think of the stuff. I don't know how they even come up with it. If you put me in a gym for a year just to think about all the crazy things I could do on machines, some of the stuff I see, I would never even dream of doing. Even dream that a human being would come up with it, let alone do it. And I'll go up to them and ask, hey man, what are you doing that for? I'm just curious because I've never seen that and you're going to destroy your ligaments or your tendons. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm doing this for my back. Like you're doing like 100 pounds on a preacher curl and your whole body is flipping up and back. That's not a back workout. Your back is working because it's trying to make sure the arms don't fall off because your form is ungodly stupid. And then you're like, oh yeah, okay. And I'm like, look, I'm 3 times as big as you. You might want to listen to what I'm saying. And then they go back and just keep on doing it. So I'm like, fuck this. Done. No more. You don't want to be a gym Robin Hood. You got to go there and get your shit on. And if someone asks me, I'll give them advice, but just don't interrupt my workout. You'd think that. I wouldn't mind someone correcting my form. You'd think that. You think that you wouldn't. I mean, most people do. So I don't even fucking bother with that anymore. If someone's literally going to hurt themselves, I'll mention it. But I definitely don't emotionally get invested. I'll tell them, yo, you're going to fucking hurt yourself. Just saying. Just saying. People really put some serious shit. So ask your questions, drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll get to as many as I can. If I miss a couple, apologies, but comments be scrolling, yo. What's up, Logan? What's your opinion using a video game like Just Dance as cardio as a supplement to regular training? I get really bad shin splints when running, and I hate riding an exercise bike. You're running heel to toe, probably, which is why you're getting shin splints. I used to, too, because it's improper running for human beings. Barefoot running. Now, I'm not saying go barefoot running, but that's the way humans should be running. So I wouldn't go running. I don't go running. And once I started doing barefoot running, I was running and winning 10K trail races barefoot with Vibrams on and stuff. Never got shin splints ever again. Once I started doing barefoot, never, not once, not even close. I've gotten a stress fracture in my foot because I ramped up too quickly when I first started going barefoot stuff. So that's why I recommend everyone super slow, super slow. What's my opinion? Like my opinion on using a video game as a supplement to regular training. If you want to play a video game, honestly, play it for fun. I mean, and this is just me, in no way, shape, or form would I ever consider using a video game to supplement my training. It's just not how I'd ever think. Now, in the future, with virtual reality and augmented, eventually people are probably just going to have a home gym. You put on a headset, and then I'll be right there next to you, spotting you or something. But I would never even, that doesn't even come into like my brain space. Like, oh, I'm going to do some cardio and put on this video game. If you like to play the game like Just Dance, play it. But I would, that just doesn't even enter my radar of like concept with training. I would just more, I would more rather go do some, I would rather go do some yoga. I mean, it gets your heart rate up. Okay. I mean, some people are saying, of course, you're going to sweat. Doesn't mean that you're getting exercise. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're doing something valuable. Do it for entertainment. I would use it as on a side note to your training. I wouldn't use it as a component. That's how I think. Just do it for fun. But here's the thing. Most people have limited time. So your time, and this is my opinion, better spent doing yoga, better spent meditating, better spent stretching, foam rolling, better spent, like there's just better ways to spend your time in terms of your training. If it's just entertainment and, hey, I want to have some fun, I love this game, then that's different. And you're definitely not sitting on your ass, so enjoy it. Just do it for fun. Citrine, would you recommend Vibrams if you have flat feet? Flat feet doesn't necessarily mean weak feet. I would recommend researching a lot. I would recommend going on Google. I would recommend maybe going to a foot specialist. Sometimes they'll fit you for shoes. I don't like those artificial supports because if you were born in the woods, you would still have, quote, flat feet, but you just might need to strengthen your arch, your anterior tibialis, your posterior, the muscles in your feet. You could try just being barefoot more around the house because I wouldn't recommend going and transitioning really fast. A lot of times flat feet is a result of poor posture and sitting down too much, knee flexion, hip flexion, that can easily lead to flat feet. So it's a long process. It's not like, hey, I'll do a couple arch strengthening exercise and in a week I'll be a lot stronger. It's going to take months and years of strengthening your feet because it's been 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of not doing it. So I would not recommend. I would recommend being barefoot more often, doing yoga, maybe doing it around the house, maybe walking casually, soft surfaces. Maybe if you're walking the dog, you can try with the Vibram, see how you feel. And there's different ones. There's ones with thicker soles or not. And there's barefoot shoes that aren't as minimal. So I use the classics, which are like 3 or 6, 5, whatever millimeters. It's like a thin piece of rubber. And that's it. I don't like straps. I don't like laces. If I can help it, I like to just slip them on. I like to feel like I'm wearing nothing. And those are the only ones I've worn that are literally like wearing nothing. So that's how I like to roll. And right now I'm barefoot. I'm barefoot as often as I can. So let's see here. Bam, 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 bam. Boom, 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 boom. Do I have any recommendations for getting better quality sleep? I tend to wake up a lot during the night and give up and get ready for my day at 5 a.m. most days. Well, that's good. You get a good start to your day. Better quality sleep, like getting to sleep. I'm always working on getting better sleep because my schedule can flip completely 180 randomly if stuff's going on at night. Swolenormous, Papa Swolio and fam. It's a 24-hour day. We got people all over the world that are part of the SwoleFam, so things are always going on. And sometimes the sleep schedule gets completely fucked. So really some of the good things, and you have to kind of find what works best for you. Some people like a sauna later on in the evening. If you don't have access to one regularly, you can do meditation. I also recommend, I don't have them. Oh, they're behind me, but get the blue blocking glasses. I have those really good ones. I have them in my Amazon store for those who are in the SwoleFam in the announcement section. So at night I put them on and it takes out all the blue light. Everything looks orange, but it really relaxes the face. And plus the blue light is what you get from sunlight. So at night, when you're looking at your screen, when you're looking at your computer, even if you put them on night mode, you're still getting a lot of blue light and it's going to keep you more stimulated. So reading at night is really good for me. If you're on your phone at night, even if you have the night vision and all that stuff, it's engaging. Your phone is engaging and it's stimulating just because of the movement and where you can go. There's so many options. I like having my boring paper white Kindle because I can't really do anything on it. I kind of like that. I like the fact that there aren't a lot of options. I can't go and surf the internet. I can't go and it's like plain white text. So I read and that knocks me out really fucking quick. So, putting down social media stuff, putting down the phone, cutting out blue light, meditation, yin yoga is great. I was just having some conversations with some of you on Swole Text today about meditating or yin yoga, meditation too, but yin yoga at night. So doing yin yoga, doing something very, very passive and relaxing. It's a great transition to go to sleep. So a good routine. I have prescription blue light glasses, changed my life. Are they clear or are they actually yellow? Yeah, they'll change your life. When you put them on, your whole face relaxes and you realize, oh, how much you're squinting. It's just not natural to have blue light at night. Let's see. Yeah, what's also great is like red lights. You just have like red lights at night. You have like little bulbs. You can change out some of your bulbs and have like red lighting. We do that. Hey, Abby P. I have plantar fasciitis in both my feet. My right foot hurts more than my left. What cardio exercises can I do? It's more about fixing your issues. You can get those plantar fasciitis stretching straps and things that help slowly mobilize. You can strengthen your anterior tibialis. Look up corrective exercises that you can be doing. Myofascial release. You can use tennis balls and golf balls. You can put them in the freezer, like a golf ball in the freezer, and actually roll, or like a plastic water bottle and freeze it, and you can roll your foot on it. Another thing is first thing in the day before you get out of bed, you do the full capital letter alphabet with both feet, and it warms up the Achilles tendon. It warms up the plantar fascia. Because a lot of people just get up and start cranking on their feet, and then you have 100 to 300 pounds cranking on your feet every day without any kind of warm up. You need therapy too. So cardio can be, I saw some people saying, oh, the rowing machine and go swimming. Sure. But you need to be fixing your plantar fasciitis and losing weight. It's not about the cardio. It's about your nutrition. It's about the corrective exercise to fix that. I would start looking into yoga as long as you can without pain. I would go to a doctor and get actual treatments and a plan, maybe physical therapy. That's serious. I mean, you only touch the ground with your feet, and if you're in pain, and it's going to affect your entire posture. So plantar fasciitis is going to change how you walk. It's going to change your gait. It's going to change your glute activation. It's going to change your hip stability. It's going to put more pressure on your lower back. It's going to lead to upper body and shoulder and neck issues. And below, it's not a good thing. So take care of yourself. Johnny, knee pains while running have gone down since I started squats. Not sure why. Could be any number of reasons. Some strengthening that you're doing. I mean, you shouldn't be running heel to toe, so be very careful with that. And this is just I'm always going to say that. I don't care if people are doing it and don't have pain. It's just a lot of people can be resilient, but it's really not good for your body. Watch some of those videos with slow motion, how much of a shock wave goes all the way up your fucking spine, your knees, your whole body just ripples every time you impact with your heel. So Anyway, knee pain's gone down since you started squats. You might have activated your gluteus medius and improved or mitigated some of that knee valgus, so you're not getting as much of a, you don't have as much of a Q angle, which is your femur coming in, so you don't have as much pressure on your knees. Could have been that. Could have just loosened something else up. Usually it's the opposite, but strength training is important, and that's what corrective exercise is. So corrective exercise or isolation exercise would be, okay, doing exercise that try to focus on one specific area of the body in order to create more balance. But the thing is, if you have an imbalance, then on certain areas of the joint, you have tightness. So just strengthening the other side, it's going to want to pull right back. So you have to loosen. That's why yoga and foam rolling and massage and therapy and corrective exercise and integrated exercise and proper nutrition and proper sleep and proper all matters. You need a lot of things. You need to release as well as strengthen. Otherwise, it's going to pull right back because your body will revert back to habits super quickly. It's like when you're editing a picture on your iPhone and you do all these edits, like, oh shit, and you hit revert and it just goes right back to the beginning. Your body wants to go back to that revert super quickly. So any chance you give your body to go back to like, hey, just to revert back to the original, it will, because that's where it's used to it. That's the sweet spot. That's the comfort zone. So you have to keep on being relentless to create that new comfort zone where you want it to be, where it should be. So you have to correct the ship. How we doing? How we doing? What's up? What's up, Danny? Red light therapy. Yeah, you could do LED stuff. That's getting a little bit more mainstream. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Emily Evans, I have a weight loss goal of 130 pounds. I was wondering if I should be focusing more on muscle building, cardio, or both equally. Does a more rapid weight loss create more loose skin than slow and steady? So a couple questions that are not improper, but again, I'm going to make this an example, Emily, so you're in the right place. This is still too high level. It's too high level, and the focus needs to come back. We got to bring the focus back on what's actually going to give you the most results. So you're worried about details that don't matter. When you have to lose 130 pounds or you want to, that's for your health. That's not, hey, I want to look good in a bathing suit. This is, you need to lose 130 fucking pounds so you don't die young. So rapid weight loss shouldn't even be a thought. You don't want to lose weight fast. You want to create long-lasting change. And how many of you, while I'm answering this question, why don't you all drop in the comments too? Because a lot of you have had massive weight loss stories. So for anyone that's lost weight, whether it's 20, 30, or 100 pounds, drop in the comments below what you answered to Emily. Why don't you answer her as well and give your thoughts while I talk? And I'll leave this question on the screen. So when you look back at this video, you'll get a lot more context. So if you want to lose 130 pounds, there are many lifestyle, just long-term habits that are going to change. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. So muscle building, cardio, both equally. You need to start moving better, but you didn't notice how you didn't mention nutrition at all. Okay. And that might not be your question, but that's going to give you more of the answer in what you want. That's going to give you more of the answer. So if you want to lose 130 pounds, and this is our approach, it's elimination diet, hands down. Let's figure out what foods are best for you, because that's what's building your body. That's what's repairing. If you want to do muscle building, if you want to do cardio, it comes down to what you're fueling your body with. So no matter what, you need to be eating the right foods. So let's first make sure you're eating the right food. So elimination diet, number one. You need to start moving too. If you have 130 pounds to lose, you have a lot of extra weight, which means your structure, your body doesn't have a good alignment, because you have a lot of extra weight that's pushing down on your joints that aren't stabilized, which means your knees are at risk, your lower back is at risk, your neck is at risk. Just, you have a lot of risk because of the extra weight. So if you want to do a lot of weight loss, you need to make sure your body can handle, and you want to improve, and you want to make sure your structure is secure. So it's going to be, seriously, if you have a lot of weight to lose, it's elimination diet and yoga. Elimination diet and yoga. And that's my best advice, is not worrying so much. Don't worry about the cardio. I know this is, it's not that popular. Oh, everyone, cardio. Trust me, if you are new and you need to lose a lot of weight, I think everyone can agree that doing yoga is going to be plenty of cardio, especially when you first start. It's going to be a lot. You're going to be dripping in sweat. You're going to be out of breath. It's challenging. So you don't need to be going, and if you're overweight, you shouldn't be going walking and running and doing that stuff. That's the biggest loser type shit. Go running and jumping on boxes. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid shit. That's dumb shit. So I would focus on, and I would add, if you're already doing that, Emily, I saw in the comment you said that, just to follow up, she says, my aches and pains have really calmed down. Also, I am doing yoga and Pilates. What happened here? Pilates at home as well. So good. So then you can add into muscle building. I wouldn't even worry. You can do cardio if you have time. Do cardio as an extra thing. Meditation, elimination diet. Keep doing your yoga and your Pilates and that kind of stuff for your mobility and for your stabilizers, and then ramp up into strength training. So if you know the right fuel from an elimination diet, and then it'll be very easy to manage your caloric intake, and then you can always add in some more cardio extra. You're getting plenty with that, but you need resistance training. If you're already doing yoga and Pilates, I would use your time more wisely to focus on the nutrition and to focus on strength training. So that's my answer. I like that, Slim. Emily, you have to change the way you view yourself. If you change your mindset, the rest will follow. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Good one. Ahmad Chile, I have inflamed forearms. Any suggestions on how to reduce the pain? I don't know what you mean, bro. Sorry to hear that. That's a medical thing. If you have pain and you have inflamed forearms, got to refer you to a physician, because the verbs and the language you're using is not something, and that's very vague. I don't know what you mean by inflamed forearms. Sounds contagious. If you're sore, like you worked out, like why do you have inflamed forearms? Did you get stung by a bee? And these responses, I'm not trolling, but when you think about it, like, oh crap, like this is what I need to know to actually give an answer. Otherwise I have to say it's too vague. What's up, Johnny? Good for you. Dropped 70 pounds in 2019. No sugar helped, but everything Papa Swolio says spot on. 70 pounds. Good for you. 70 pounds. Aaron Hardy, walk, lift weights, yoga, meditation. Let's see here. Gwendol, it's important to lose weight to find a sustainable way, and fast is not sustainable with the right food for you. Yeah, slow and steady. Slow and steady. Luis, I had a person tell me I should use a pole for balance while at the park using the park balance beam. What kind of balance? You want to train your balance, so it's okay to do it next to a wall or to use it slightly, but you definitely don't want to depend on holding onto something. You want to challenge yourself. So if you have shitty balance for yoga and you're concerned, just do it. Do it parallel to a wall, and then maybe have a chair on the other side. And then if you're, balanced and you have to, you just tap. You tap. The last thing you want to do is be doing a yoga position, fall out of it, lose your footing, step off to the side, stand up, get back into it. You want to hold that pose to train your balance. And then if you're falling, just tap and then get back to it. Don't just hold on, right? Just tap. And same thing with single leg stuff. Same thing with single leg exercises. You keep your other foot kind of a few inches off the ground, just tap the ground. That way you don't have to lose position. You actually strengthen those muscles. Because a lot of those muscles are endurance-based muscles, and they need longer periods of exposure. Those stabilizers are very small, and they need a lot of low-level stress to activate. They need a lot of time under tension. So when you're doing some of these exercise stabilizers, that's why you start getting wobbly. It's not your big, powerful, it's not your pec major, it's not these type 2 fiber heavy muscles. It's not so much the movement muscles. It's the stabilizer, the tiny ones that are on your spine that start fatiguing. So you start shaking, and it's the coordination. It's that muscle integration. Anika Lee, what are some food sources I can carb load on to be more balanced in swim season? More balanced in swim season. I feel it isn't healthy yo-yoing 3 to 4 kilograms every swim event due to how we don't eat. Well, I don't know anything about swimming competitions. What are some food sources I can carb load on? Carbs. I mean, sweet potatoes, white rice, as opposed to what? Like, what do you normally eat? Just eat more of those. Like, that's what you can carb load on. I mean, you go asking online what people carb load on. A lot of people eat shit food. So I mean, a lot of people have a different approach and mindset to nutrition than I do. Most people have a wide range of what they feel is acceptable to put in their mouth. So, just to clarify for people that might be new or asking a question, my filter is I'm very, and it's not strict. It's just, I don't look, and let's talk about food for a second. So, you'll gather whatever information from this, Annika, for your question. But a lot of the foods, like I just don't look at a lot of food as options. And when you do an elimination, when you figure out what foods work best for your body, this is just how my brain works. I don't see a lot of those foods and a lot of the junk food and the shit. I don't look at it as an option. I don't look at it as food. So if you show me like a big pile of fucking fries and steaming like fried shit that is just hyper flavored and just saturated in vegetable oils and crap like that, I look at that like I'll look at a chair. It's like I wouldn't eat a chair. I'm not going to eat that. It's just not food. It's just not food for me. It's not my fuel. I'm not going to put sand in my engine. It's like, all right, that exists. That is what it is. It's there, but it's not going to go in my body. Does that mean for the rest of my life, I'll never have a French fry? No, I don't know. I don't think like that. I don't think like that. Like, oh, I'm never eating it again. So people are like, oh my God, Papa Swole, you're never going to have? I don't think like that. Maybe in a year, I'll want to do it. I'm a grown ass man. I'll eat what I want to eat. And so are you, but that's also the problem. That's also the problem. You're all adults. So adults have the option to eat these things, and they do. So it's all about choices. It's all about choices. It's all about your decisions. And a lot of the things that people eat, I just don't look at as food. So I don't comprehend it the same way. I'll see people eating things. I'm like, oh, that's food. They're eating that. That's not my food. That's not what goes in my body. That's not my octane. That's not my shit. And legit. And a lot of you are commenting, and we'll kind of go through some of these comments. But if you agree, or not so much if you agree, but what is your experience? What is your experience with, since doing the elimination diet, since either following my content, since changing your mindset on your nutrition and what qualifies as food? How many of you look at food differently? I mean, look at food completely differently, and you understand what I mean, because you do get those cravings, or you do be like, oh, I want that, or I miss that. And then eventually it just starts becoming repulsive because it's so away, and you realize the split and the separation. You realize the difference between what foods that make you feel great versus those foods that maybe you used to eat that you realize in perspective made you feel like shit. You just don't crave them anymore, and they don't smell good, and they don't taste good. They taste, oh my God, like sick. I talked to so many of you that say, hey, I had a sip of soda that my friend had, and I almost threw up because it's just pure syrup. And you notice that when you don't drink soda for a while, it's shit. It's shit. People make a lot of justifications because they're addicted. People make a lot of excuses to keep their addiction. That's what addicts do. You justify decisions based on your addiction. And that's what people do with food. We just don't address it like we do the heroin epidemic. We don't address it like alcohol, but it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. Same fucking thing. Anyone else get warm fuzzies when someone asks a question you have before, and you know that the advice that Papa gave you worked? My balance is way better now just from the keep practicing advice. Just keep practicing. I literally said that to like 2 or 3 people in Swole text earlier. They're like, oh, my balance sucks. I'm like, yeah, but everyone's balance sucks when you don't practice balance. It's like I suck at playing the piano. Shocker, I don't practice playing the piano. I'm not going to be very good. So think about You assume that you're going to be good, or a lot of people just get too hard on themselves. Oh, I suck at yoga. Well, there's no such thing as sucking at yoga, but how good, even if there could be, I'm a good or bad at yoga, even if there was that distinction, which there isn't, you can't be good or bad. You just practice. Can you be more flexible, more mobile than someone else? Sure, but they've been practicing longer in general. It's like, what do you think you're going to do? Just do yoga? Of course, oh, I'm so stiff. Yeah, you don't practice yoga or mobility. Of course you're going to be super stiff, and they get discouraged and quit. It's like, what do you expect? That's why you're stiff. That's why you suck at that's why you're not good at yoga or you're not mobile. Again, no good or bad, but just for context, of course you're not flexible. You don't fucking practice flexibility. Of course you're not mobile. You don't practice mobility. Of course. It's so hard for me to calm down. It's so hard for me to meditate because you don't practice meditation. And it gets better. You get better at it. You're able to become more present faster. It's just practice like anything else. What's up, Greg? My brain clicked a few months ago. All I see is poison with shit foods. I know it's going to make me feel like shit. Preach. Sophie G, 2 questions. When people get these cravings for random processed food, is it because they are nutritionally undernourished, even though they may be overfed? That's one question. By the way, is it because? It could be in part. Very likely people are undernourished, but also it's because people are chronically exhausted. So your body thinks, oh, I'm tired, I need more energy. So you have more cravings for food. You're dehydrated. The thirst mechanism gets so weak because people are very underhydrated, and your body just gets used to not triggering the thirst mechanism because you never respond to it. So it starts triggering hunger because it's going to get fluid. So you start feeling hungry when you're actually thirsty, which is why, hey, I'm hungry. Oh, I have cravings. Drink a huge 20-ounce glass of water. You'll be fine. So a lot of times it's just hydration. But people are eating food because they're thirsty. And then with water, you're not getting calories. So then, you're actually thirsty, but you feel hungry, and then you eat 300-400 calories or 500 calories, and then you gain weight because you're eating too much shit, or you're eating food that your body doesn't want, and then you're still dehydrated. Then you're still stressed. Then you still have cravings, or then you have cramps, or your body can't function properly, you can't sleep, and you can't think clearly because you're dehydrated, and your body runs on fucking water. What is my message for people with eating disorders who want to eat normally again and would benefit from not binging, but from more food? Surround yourself with a strong community. Community is number one. First pillar. Start with the people in your surroundings. A lot of times people with eating disorders, and I'm not an eating disorder expert, so always refer to a professional. You need professional help. But that could be part of it. So if you can't afford it or you don't have anything good in your environment, that's why the SwoleFam is so effective, because you're surrounding yourself with good people that want better for themselves and for people around them. It's not about getting jealous when someone has success. It's about being inspired and congratulating them because you know that's possible for you. And that's what we have. So a lot of people with eating disorders don't have a strong community. They don't have strong people around them. They have people doing quite the opposite, encouraging them or encouraging them to binge. And that's what's the problem with these like mukbang channels on YouTube and all this shit that I'm always talking about. That's one of the problems. You're surrounding yourself, your audience. These YouTube channels that just like Nico Cotto and all this shit that I always put sack on chins for them. Their audience, that's their environment. They're creating an audience that is fueling them. YouTube, Google, we always talk like abstract about, oh, it's Google's fault. There are thousands of employees at Google. They're not watching every last video. It's a lot of automated algorithm shit. And then there's just a lot of things going on. So the audience is encouraging these channels to make more videos. They're giving them views. They're giving them ad revenue. So it's the environment that they're creating for themselves, but it's the creator's fault. They're putting themselves in that situation. And then everyone else just perpetuates it. But who's really at fault? It's not really a fault. It's a responsibility issue, and it's an accountability issue. And that's why you got to surround yourself with better people. And you'll see in these videos, a lot of times their spouse or their significant other or their family is buying them food or filming on camera. And like other people are involved because everyone's getting off on the views. Everyone's getting off on the publicity. Everyone's trying to make it big. And when they start finally getting some traction, oh, I'm getting some views because I'm stuffing my fat face. Let me keep on stuffing my fat face. Maybe this will take me down the right thing. So no matter where it's coming from, and a lot of people in the SwoleFam have improved or, quote unquote fixed, their anorexia, bulimia, because you surround yourself with better people. There's not a one size fits all. It's about meditation's a huge part of it, mindfulness, but surround yourself with good people is the first thing I would recommend. Got those hiccups. Laurita. What's the best way tips to approach the deadlift as a beginner? Customize your deadlift position. Make sure you have someone watch a lot of videos, maybe get a professional that you really knows what they're talking about to observe yoga, glute activation, proper form is everything. And don't feel like you have to lift it with a specific position from the ground. You can modify the distance, but make sure you're keeping a flat back and all that good stuff. I think one of the biggest things is people try to go too heavy too quick. Most people don't realize they need to customize the deadlift to fit their body structure, and most people's body structure and posture is dog shit. So they can't get in proper position even if they want to. So it's really important to be guided in person whenever possible, but to have proper information on how to execute that. And if you don't have, you can take a video of yourself from the proper positions. You can always video yourself and compare it. But it's studying, it's education, it's learning. It's always good if you have someone in person, but not everyone has someone that knows what they're talking about in person. But taking videos of yourself is great because you can compare it to what other people's deadlifts look like. There are so many deadlift videos online too. Would I recommend swimming as a cardio option for someone who's starting, who has a lot of weight to lose? Sure. I would still say it's more nutrition, yoga, and strength training that would be more important. But you can swim in addition to that, sure. Swimming is great for the elderly too. The only downside is that it's buoyant, so you don't get the bone density from it. But if you're already obese, then your legs have a lot of bone density because they're carrying around a lot of weight every time you stand, but your upper body doesn't have a lot of resistance. So you need to do resistance training. That's one of the biggest things. People that are obese or overweight, they feel like I need to go lighter because I can't move. It's like, well, you want to create that stress on your body. So swimming is good. Any kind of movement is better than nothing. So strength training, yoga, nutrition, and then you can add swimming on top of that. It's no problem. And that's a great point. And that's absolutely right. When you meditate, you're your own community. You're your own support system. You're your own person that's supporting yourself. So Yolanda says you won't always have a strong community around you, so you have to be strong for yourself. Meditation, for sure. Meditation is pretty much being there for yourself, but you're not yourself. You're like, okay, let me put my dumb fucking self on pause, and let me step out a little bit and kind of get a perspective on what's going on. Water aerobics, sure. I mean, we're talking seriously. If you're doing water aerobics to lose a lot of weight, you're extremely obese, that might be right for you. But most people need to learn how to move on planet Earth. So you can do that by making better decisions nutritionally. You can do that by doing yoga. You can modify in a chair. You can do it on a ground. You can have a chair next to you, help you get off the ground. If you're that big that you can't get up off the ground, then yeah, you probably need someone in person to physically assist you with your water aerobics, and you should be under medical supervision. It's like those kinds of details. You need to move more. It's like, that's great, but just fucking go. It's like, fucking do it. Yeah, extreme obesity. Water aerobics, okay. I mean, gravity exists. Let's fucking move on Earth. This is my opinion. How do you feel about doing yoga after waking up and again before going to sleep? I think it's great. I think it's great. Sophie, is it possible to be healthy in the way you talk about when following a particular diet due to a chronic bacterial disease? I've been put on a ketogenic diet. Is that okay if it's well formulated? I mean, a diet that has a name like keto is just named like that because it follows specific principles. The elimination diet is just figuring out which method of eating you prefer, that you like, that you can maintain, that's right for you. I'm not going to speak on a chronic bacterial disease. I'm not a medical professional in that sense, so I'm not going to speak on that. But whatever is mitigating your issues, then, and what you could be consistent with, sure. Is it possible to be healthy? Well, isn't that why you're on the diet? If you're on a particular diet because you have a chronic bacterial disease, then that's what you're doing to try to be healthy, right? The problem with keto is that there's a lot of shit that people eat on fucking keto. A lot of people are just sucking down cheese and garbage just because it's low carb. So a lot of people do keto wrong or really poorly. Liz, I had binge eating disorder and went to therapy for it finally. Still struggle with overeating, but each day it gets easier to be more mindful of what I'm consuming. Keyword, mindful. Good for you. What is the best exercise for osteoporosis? Something weight bearing. You have to be careful though. If you have osteoporosis, you have to be careful because your bones are more fragile. If you're osteopenic or you have osteoporosis, you should, if you have osteoporosis, you should refer to your doctor and have them guide you, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do something and then you go fuck your shit up. There is no best. They're probably better, but spinal, like loading. But it depends on if you have osteoporosis. I would assume it has to do with how advanced it is. Because osteoporosis is full blown, like you got to be careful. So under supervision, you probably need a trainer if you have osteoporosis. But you definitely need to load like that. Your body will create bone if you load the bone. That's why water training doesn't build bone density. That's the risk of water training, because there's more buoyancy. So it creates less stress. Oh, I don't have pain. Yeah, but you're also weakening your bones in many ways. Even with resistance under the water, it's not the same thing as gravity pulling you. But like I said, everyone's an individual, so it depends on what your individual needs are. Is there ever such a thing as too much yoga? Yeah. I mean, if you're doing tons of vinyasa every day, but if you're doing yoga twice a day, depends on the length, depends on the overload. If you're just doing some yin, you can do yin all day. Let's see here. Scrolling through, seeing if I missed a couple. So just a reminder, okay, so people that might be, if it's your first Daily Swole, we're live every single day on the Daily Swole channel. So it's in the related channels here. And for the last week or two, we've been doing the Sunday Fun Day here on the Swolenormous channel. So if you want to listen to the podcast, you could download it, or you subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe on Spotify, everywhere. And we're live every day on the Daily Swole channel. Also, tomorrow's episode is a priority access. It's our weekly accountability meeting. So all you beaches, 12 noon Eastern time. We'll go over the new releases, the new recipes. We'll go over the new yoga class. We'll go over all the new stuff, and also more Q&A and stuff that we're working on for this week, and more updates. So the weekly accountability meeting, I love the weekly accountability meetings. Tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, it's Monday. So it will not be live streamed. It will only be streamed privately in the SwoleFam group. So I will see you there. And if you want to learn more, you can sign up. It's less than $3 and you can still get access for that amazing rate over at SwolenormousX.com. Again, if you did not yet get the 7 Pillars series, it's linked right at the top in the announcements. Right at the top, actually, it's announcement section, but there's a big announcement at the top of the homepage, SwoleNormousX.com. So if you have not yet downloaded your 7 Pillars, if you have not yet downloaded your audio and your Beyond 7 Pillars ebook, you can go and click there and it will tell you how to grab it, and it'll be emailed to you immediately. You can get it in your face, put it in your face hole. What's up, Mario? Since doing brain gains regularly, I feel my mind is clear from bullshit and I feel so aware of my surroundings everywhere I go. It's awesome. And don't pay attention to bullshit anymore and don't get stressed no more. Yeah, it's a big shift to be more aware of your thoughts and to mitigate a lot of those, those thoughts that go astray. Good shit. Nuts on chin. Oh, and tomorrow. My nose itches. And tomorrow we got a brand new drop. We got some NOC coming. You guys ready for some NOC? You ready? Got some fire this week. This channel is going to get some fucking fire. We got some smoke dropping this week. Yeah, we got some smoke. We got some smoke. I agree, Mike. If you're not signed up on Swolenormous X, why not? It's awesome. It is awesome. So again, yeah, tomorrow. Again, just a reminder, tomorrow is a priority access episode. So it will be streamed privately and available for members only. And again, that's every Monday. So make sure you won't miss a single one. If you're a member of the SwoleFam, whether you're an uncensored member or you are unlimited, you'll never miss an episode of the Swole. So when I'm traveling, anytime I'm out of the Swole hole, anytime it's a priority access episode, including the accountability meetings, you'll never miss a single one. So it's the tits. Every single day. You need your knowledge cock every day, fam. Every day. Having caught a podcast of yours in a grip, in a min, maybe? Did you take time off Facebook? Huh? Time off Facebook. This is episode 1374. I haven't taken a day off in just about 4 years coming up. So I've been posting. It's been live on Facebook every day. Every day. Either you're not getting your alerts or you haven't been around. I've been here. Haven't we been here, fam? Haven't we been here? Haven't we? Haven't we? The Daily Swole bounces around a little bit. We're on the main channel now. We're on the Daily Swole channel. We're in the group. We're everywhere, but we're doing it every day. It's going every day. Can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah. Monday accountability meeting, 12 noon Eastern time. Reminder, 12 noon Eastern time. And for those of you that don't yet follow Papa over on TikTok, go do so. TikTok at Papa Swolio. Let's see. Nuts on your chin. Nuts on your chin. When you shaving that fucking beard, why would I shave it? Why would I shave it, you idiot? Jen Henry, I'm almost on episode 200 of your podcast. Are you starting from the beginning? Damn. Old school. Going to those early episodes. You're going to go through some good shit. Go through some good shit. Good fucking shit. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any questions. We'll wrap it up in a few. If you got any final questions, we'll take final questions. Last call. Yow. Was in a convenience store the other day and the pizza smelled like shit. Peer pressure is someone who wants you to validate their bad practices. That's usually what it is. If someone wants to eat unhealthy and they're trying to encourage you to eat it, it's because they want to justify them eating it or they feel shitty about themselves. So they want to bring you down to their level. Nuts on chin. Yeah, those early episodes are fire. I love them all. I love these episodes. Every episode is fucking great. I love it all. I love the phases of the Daily Swole. I love how it's gone through different transitions. It's gotten better. It's getting better every fucking day. Every fucking day it's getting better. So tomorrow's video right here, the nuts on chin. Oh, it's so great. It's just fucking. I literally, if you want some knowledge cock, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow morning's video. Plus the accountability meeting is going to be fire. But tomorrow morning's video, woo-wee. You got some flames. That's going to get you fucking amped. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. Yeah, don't expect you're going to get a whole different flavor over on TikTok. TikTok's about the views, motherfucker. I'm doing all sorts of shit. I've been doing some more Thor stuff lately. Gonna go push the Thor stuff again. It's fun. I go through phases. I'll do it a lot of dumb whores, and then I'll do some Thor stuff, and then I'll do some fitness stuff. Do all sorts of stuff on TikTok. It's fun. So if you want to join over there, I highly recommend. Highly recommend. Come follow Daddy and the Fam. Over on the TikTok at Papa Swolio. What are one of your goals currently? Getting on a consistent sleep schedule, time management, like fitness goals. I don't really have any. Mobility. For me, it's more about like organizing my schedule and being consistent and more structuring certain things. It's not really necessarily fitness related. It's all integrated. I want to do a duet. Do it. You can choose. I think all my videos have duets turned on. My roommate has a cereal that brags about having protein. It's fucking stupid. Protein cereal. How about you eat some fucking protein and stop eating cereal. Stop trying to make your cereal healthy. It's not good for you. Fucking put the cereal down. Stop eating that shit. Stop pretending like you're gonna. That's what we do. We make something that sucks, that's fucking fundamentally garbage, and we try to make it healthier and justify eating it. Well, I'm addicted to this flavor because I've been eating it since I was 3, so let's make it a protein cereal. Why don't you have some protein and go fucking work out? Shut up. Stop trying to make, oh, this is a super healthy bread. This bread has all the protein. This bread has all the fat. It's like eating a steak, but it's bread. I'll just eat a steak. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the steak bread, but I'll pass. Whoa, what happened? I love the penis fish eater chick. Reacts you do. What the? Oh, that Chinese chick? I haven't done that in a while. Those blew up at first, the duets, but then TikTok put the foot down on that. That's the problem with TikTok. TikTok is like, you think these other platforms restrict content? TikTok is all over the place. Shit gets approved. There are chicks with like their nips and their tits hanging out. And I do a duet. They have like a million followers and they're like a rap artist and it was fine. It was blowing up. I did a duet. I didn't say anything bad. It was their video. It's approved. Mine got removed for terms of service violation and hers has like 1 million views. I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's okay if you're popular enough, you could post whatever the fuck you want. You could post extremely offensive, if you have enough followers. If you don't, it's like a hit or miss. It's so fucking weird. There's some serious like hyper control on TikTok, but it's fun. It's better than the other platforms. It's a lot better in many, many ways. So anyway, go check it out. TikTok is weird, but it's fun. It's fun weird. And if it sticks around, it sticks around. If not, it's just another thing that came out. I was on it in 2016. I've been on TikTok for a long time. Then I got locked out of my account. So I had to start a new one. I started a new account in like September. It was Musically. I was on it in 2016. Used it for a while, but it was way before it was like really good. It was good, but it was like, no one was on it. It was really spam and bots and shit everywhere. It was like really, it was really, really, really new. What's funny is if you look at it now, like, wow, there's so many views and stuff. But when I first did it in 2016, I would post a video and get 18 views. I was like, wow, that one really popped. 18 people saw it, and it was probably 16 of them were artificial. Hey, man, thoughts on anabolic aliens? Body weight shrug? Would it be... What the fuck is that? What's an anabolic alien? Is that... Okay, if that's something I've never heard, I don't know what the fuck that is. Body weight shrug routine. I don't know what that is. Would it be worth doing? No idea. No idea what you're talking about. A body weight shrug routine. You mean like lifting weights that are your body weight, or doing like a dip position and doing like scapular depressions? I don't know. I don't watch, like, I don't follow I don't really follow fitness content on YouTube. It's a YouTube channel. I have no idea. Never even heard of it. So couldn't answer. Sorry, bro. Sorry. No clue. It's shrugging without weights. So how are you doing your body weight shrug? Nah, whatever. Ooh, it looks like a full moon. Hey, Alexa, is it a full moon tonight?
The next full moon is on March 9th. Currently, the moon is waning. The moon was full on Sunday, February 9th at 2:32 a.m. and new moon will occur on February 23rd.
All right, so it is. So this morning, super early. Yeah, that moon is right outside my window. Holy shit. What a fucking pizza. Looks like a pizza pie. Everyone here is already... Motherfucker, you just turned my Alexa on. God damn you. God damn you. God damn you. Sunday Swole for all the hoes. Am I 100% nat? Do I look unnatty? I appreciate it. I've thought about it. I've thought about like doing, next time I go and get blood work done, I mean, if I need TRT or that's something that's on the table, I don't see why not. But in terms of like, why? I think it's weird if people, because I've seen some people debate that online as they get older. Say like, I'm going to be natty my whole life. And I only think the whole natty debate really matters if you're like if you're moving, if you're being deceitful about it, you know? Like, I don't think it's a big deal. If you do TRT, no, your replacement, I don't consider that. A lot of people say, oh, if you do TRT, you're not natty. I guess so. But I'm doing this for like the health game and for the longevity. Like, I'm not going to be 70 and be like, well, I'm natty my whole life. Like, I'm not going to waste away and fucking lose muscle and stuff over time because my testosterone. I'm absolutely going to do TRT. I absolutely will fucking do that. Why? Why would you just waste away when there's literal proven technology and things that is not risk? Like, what's the risk? Really? A little bit elevate. Look, I want to move. You elevate your risk of prostate cancer. Look, there's a lot of things you have to take. There's risk of everything. So you have to weigh that and see what works best for you and what you're happy with. But I'm definitely open to it. And I'll mention, I'll be talking, look, if I do it, if I go, for example, if I go and I get blood work done, like, oh, you're low. And the doctor is saying like, look, if you're low and let's say do another test and yeah, you're still low. Okay. This is something that we can look into. I'll probably be talking about it that same day or the next day on the Daily Swole and I'll be kicking around the idea. And then if I do, oh my God, I'm no longer natural. It's like, I'm not trying to claim one thing or the other. So that'll be a good, we'll talk about that next time I go and I do that and I'll see. But I'm definitely not against it. I just don't think it matters when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I don't really promote shit that goes against any of it anyway, you know? It's all about pursuing what's right for you. So here's the thing. If you want to get super huge, if you get super fucking huge and you're taking all sorts of shit and then you're telling people that it's just hard work and eating right and, you know, dedication. It's like, yeah, okay, that's true. Even if you take shit, even if you take anabolics and you're not just going to get big, you have to train super fucking hard. You have to eat right. You're not going to build magic muscle just because you injected something. You need to actually send it somewhere. Your body needs to use it. You need to eat. You still have to eat, and a ton. You know, I see so many people and I know people that are like, they're doing it, but you know, that's a whole different thing. So it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing with social media because you can either lie and say that you're natty when you're taking stuff. You can never address it. And most people, they never address it, and that's the thing. They never address it. So they're not lying. They're obviously taking something. However, a lot of people think that it's possible. A lot of people think that it's possible because they're not smart. And people that are in the know are like, you know, we know obviously that person's taking something. We know why they're not saying it. They're omitting it. It's when you say, no, I'm natty. I'm not taking anything. And you're fucking taking shit. Either don't address it or address it. Look, how many pro bodybuilders post online, you know, so-and-so IFBB pro. And obviously they're taking it. They don't even have to say it. No one cares. That's what they do. Okay, cool. If you say, hey, take my BCAAs and get lean and get ripped with this fucking fat burner, and you're taking like Tren and all this stuff and you look shredded and because you can take anabolics and look really fucking shredded. You don't have to be yoked. I mean, that comes down to diet. That comes down to what, I don't even know. There's like hundreds of different types of compounds. These pro bodybuilders are on like 30, 40, or 50 different fucking things at a time. Now, you can take steroids and be fucking shredded to the bone. You don't have to be huge and pumped and bloated. There's different types. Yoked Viking. I like this name. I like you. Watching you every day helps me make less shit decisions, which Just starting to try to get serious about not eating crap. I need anything to keep focused. Respect. You know what's even better about the Daily Swole is me being here every day. Helps me make better decisions. Because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be here, hey, you have to eat this, make these better decisions. And then I'm eating cheeseburgers like behind the scenes. I'm just fucking pounding garbage food. You know, we all learn together and grow together. And my nutrition, I wouldn't say it's gotten more restricted. In my opinion, and the way I feel, my nutrition has actually opened up because I don't think of it as restriction. I don't think of anything that I do is restriction. I think of what I do as I'm focused on doing what's best for my body. And then it opens up into whatever I feel like I want to eat within my range. Like, I don't feel like I'm restricting. I feel like I'm open. I feel like I'm awake. I feel like I'm focused. I just know what foods my body loves. So I eat that. I don't feel restriction. For me, it's like when people go into a supermarket, they look and they say, oh, all these options, everything in here is something I can consume. So for me, my supermarket just has less things on the shelves, has less things. It's like, oh, these things, this is what I eat. What do I want to eat here? Oh, I'll have some berries, or I'll have some, vegetables in this sense if I want that, or some sauerkraut or fermented foods or sweet potatoes or white rice or grass-fed beef. I'll have some organ meats. I'll have this, there are certain things I just don't give myself as many options. What's my favorite meal lately? What I eat, ribeye, grass-fed butter all over it, Celtic sea salt, sometimes a sweet potato, some white rice, pastured eggs, bone broth. Today I'm fasting. I don't think I'm going to eat today. I haven't done like a fasting day. Just had some black coffee. I don't do a lot of like days without eating, but usually I don't eat until later on. Time restricted eating window. I don't eat all day. I don't really say I fast or intermittent fast. So it depends. Burgers are too lean for me now. I have so much fat. If I have lean beef or lean beef, I'm like, it's like chalk. When I went keto, it feels like I have tons of healthy options for me, and it's super simple shopping now. All the time wasted on shopping and prep for food, etc. Yeah. I think it's just perspective. Well, think about the perspective. Think about the perspective on what that means. Either you think of your diet as restrictive, or you're looking at it as, okay, these are the foods that I thrive on. It makes it more of a positive. Okay, it's time for me to, for me, it's time for me to fuel up. If I'm going to go fuel up, I'm going to go over into the kitchen and I'm going to fucking fuel up. I'm going to have my food, my fuel, what makes me feel good, what my body responds best to. I'm going to fuel up and then I'm going to do other things. And honestly, not eating all the fucking time, it saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of thought process. Plus, it kind of offsets if you go and you have your feast, you go have your meal, you go have your kill. You kind of get that like, ooh, I get to stuff face, but you're really not stuffing that much face because it's real food. I mean, how much can you eat in a sitting? 600, 700, 800 calories, 1,000, we're talking steak, we're talking 1,500 calories. So over the course of maybe 2 meals later in the day or afternoon and evening, so you kind of spread it out. You're eating from maybe 3 or 4 o'clock to 6, 7, 8. You just eat through a time period, and then that's it. That's it. That's exactly right. That's right. J.C. Peters, restrictive sounds like you are, quote, missing out. It's true. That's why the name sounds counterintuitive to like my general message. It says, well, you say you're not being restrictive, but how come you talk about the elimination diet? So let's go back to the pillars for a second, fam. If we go to pillar number 2, nutrition, this is the fundamental approach of Swolenormous is do not pursue quantity at the expense of quality. Your body requires specific fuel to function optimally. Your octane, it's not just how many gallons, it's what the octane is. It's what the rating is. So if you are approaching your nutrition from a quality standpoint, it makes it more positive. If you look at, ooh, what do I get to eat rather than what am I taking away? So it seems on the surface that it's a negative. It's an elimination diet. Isn't that as restrictive as it gets? I think that an elimination diet is as liberating as it gets because an elimination diet is something that you're always on. Right now, either I can look at what I'm doing as an elimination diet. For me, I have eliminated a lot of things that cause me issues. At the same time, I'm also proactively and from a positive perspective, I'm eating the food that fuels my body. So technically, if you don't eat cashews, you're always eliminating cashews. So you can look at it as glass half empty or glass half full. When I go to the gym, when I go to the kitchen, same thing. I work out in the kitchen. Y'all, I'm eating steak. Y'all, 1 bite. Y'all, 2 bites. Y'all, 3, 4. Come on, 2 more bites. Come on, push it, you fucking pussy, you baby. Come on, stop whining. So if I go to the kitchen to fuel up, like, what do I get to eat? What am I fueling my body with? I don't go and think that I'm restricted. I go and I have my fuel. I don't have shit in the kitchen. I don't have shit that I'm not going to fucking eat. I go there and I grab my food and I fucking make it. And that's it. I'm not like, oh my God, I don't have pizza. I don't want pizza. It's not my fuel. It's not food. It's not food. Just because you can eat it doesn't mean it should be going in your body. Right? Just because you can chew it and swallow it is so weird. Just because you can chew it and swallow it doesn't mean you should. Since when did everything that's chewable or swallowable become something that's a good idea? We have to put labels. We put labels on children's toys, not for kids under 3, because they don't know. Kids under 3 are stupid because they don't know yet. They don't have anything. They don't have information in their brains. They're going to be this and be like, ooh, mouth, and they're going to choke and die. So, what do adults do? Put everything in their fucking mouth. Put everything in their fucking mouth. What do we tell kids? Sticks and stones. But words can never hurt you. What do we do as an adults? We're fucking walking hypocrites. Everyone becomes, oh, now we're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. Now we're arguing and bitching and politics and words. He said this, cancel that person, delete them. Yeah. We tell kids we're just hypocrites. And that's why people grow up the way they do, because kids know when you're being a hypocrite. Kids know when you say no. You'll know when you're older. Bullshit. I've seen you eat that every fucking day. When they get older, they want to eat that shit too. Just because you can swallow it doesn't mean you should. That's what she said. Haha. Right, Tess Hornaday? Yes. Everyone meet. This is, if you don't know, this is Tess Hornaday. Yes. You're on your weight loss journey, aren't you? Yes, you're a cutie. Let's put you right there. Can I balance you? You're a little bit chunky. You're a chunky monkey. Let's go. Ooh, can I balance it? I feel like I'm doing one of those like rock balancing. You ever see that like in the streams where they balance rocks? I don't know how the fuck they do that. Oh. Oh, what? Yeah. Hello. Now this is weird. Now I can't see the comments. Swallow that shit. My boyfriend wants to take them and I don't know anything about them. About what? Can I talk about SARMs? I don't know anything about SARMs. I wouldn't take that shit. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know anything about SARMs. Anything that's listed as a research chemical, I'm not going to put that in my body. I would rather go to a doctor and be like, hey, let's get some quality, let's get some TRT, let's get some actual clean whatever stuff, and still go buy SARMs. And no, I don't know anything about it. But if your boyfriend wants to take SARMs, he has a lot more work to do. That's just the honest truth. What we got here? Water break. Let's get a little water break on. I have some stuff we got to get going. Oh, this is a long episode. All right, we'll wrap this up. Let's get some water going. If you're new, grab your water. This is awkward water break time where you have to moan, groan, and we get the kitty. Let's get the kitty going. Where's the kitty? 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 Yeah, come on. Let's go, kitty. We got water break time. All right, here we go. Get your water. Pinch your nips. Get your nips ready. Get that. Make it happen. Here we go. Let's get some dancing going in 3, 2, 1. Dance time. Oh, yeah. Look at you, kitty. Aw, you're such a good kitty. Yes, kitty. Good kitty. Fantastic. Very good. Well, that was a good one. That was a good one. We didn't do that yesterday. Feels good. Feels good. Makes makes a man feel good. You know, when he gets a good water break, makes a man feel good. Oh God. So today's Swole card. Oh, did I not? I did not sign it. Today's Swole card is. That's not the right one. Today's Swole card is Sunday Swole 1374. Yeah, today's Swole card. I didn't really show it. I didn't really show the Swole card too much. So if you put Sunday Swole, if you don't know, now you know. Whatever's on the board behind me, unless otherwise stated, whatever's on the board behind me is what you can hashtag. So Papa Swolio will send out this card to you. Episode 1374 of the Sleaze. A reminder, just to follow up, that tomorrow is a priority access podcast. So it will only be available in the private group because it is an accountability meeting. So we'll go over the new releases, the new recipes, the new yoga class, and all the new releases and stuff from last week, this coming week, which is going to be exciting. And we'll continue, if you guys like it, here on the Swolenormous channel. We'll keep doing the Sunday Fun Day here on this channel, Ask Papa Swolio. That way you can ask your questions. And if you want to learn more about joining the SwoleFam so you don't miss a single episode and you can catch it tomorrow, go check out swolenormousx.com. At the top, you'll see your free download for the 7 Pillars series, the audio, the ebook, and the 7 Pillars themselves. And also, you can join for less than $3, less than the price of a pumpkin spice latte, and less than the price of a pink drink. Remember the fuck your pink drink? Yeah, that's right. Less than the price of all that shit. You can find that under your fucking seat. Join the SwoleFam. It's awesome. The Firecast is real. Let's scroll a little bit. Let's scroll. How we doing? Scrolling for the Sunday Swole. This is a good card. Look at that A. That A got a little bit, so unique. Papa Swolio just hocked up a hairball. What are you doing back there, girl? Scrolling, let's see. Sunday Swole. No hashtag there. Scrolling for hashtag wherever the mouse drops. I'm literally on my trackpad just swiping and scrolling. No. Seeing a couple questions I didn't get to. Oh, no. Again, scrolling. Short one. You guys didn't use that hashtag enough. I'm barely getting any. I don't see it. I'm barely getting any. I haven't landed on one yet. Oh, shit. What the fuck just happened there? Jen, congratulations. Jen Henry. Sunday Swole. Yes, NOC. Well, I got that one. I saw you dropped a couple times. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations to everyone that tried. Everyone, thanks for playing. Congratulations, Jen. Congratulations. So remember that you can win multiple cards. Just got to show up more often and drop the hashtag that's appropriate for today's episode. So everyone say congratulations, Jen, and send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1374 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email so we can send you the card. Thank you so much for playing, everyone. Say congratulations, Jen. Congratulations. You fucking jabronis. Be nice. Come on. Stop whining. Nice. Tomorrow you'll get a chance. Tomorrow you'll get another chance. Okay? Every day. So tomorrow we got a special accountability one, but we'll be giving away a Swole card there as well. So a reminder, check out swolenormousx.com for the details on downloading the 7 Pillars ebook, and you could join the SwoleFam today and you'll be there for tomorrow's accountability meeting. You could jump in and get started. Anything else? I don't think so. I'll see you all tomorrow for episode 1375 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Ho, 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 ho. Out.